have Tefel. And his opponent in the top right position, spawning as the red Protoss player representing Mouse Sports this morning on Championship Sunday. Feeling awake, feeling refreshed. I want to know what this guy had for breakfast this morning. He's up 2-0. He's in very fine form. We have Hasuobs.
What are you cheering? Oh, thanks,
some
man.
Polite clapping from the middle row there. What's up with that, man? It's like, yeah, he's 2-0 up. Okay, that's good.
And Tefel, he seems to go for the extractor trick a lot.
Zerg players.
You know, it's not very common to see Zergs do that. I think usually they prefer to just get the Overlord at 9. But sometimes you do see Zerg go for the extractor trick. Hasuobs, he's gone for the gateway again. And we should be seeing the same type of aggression. I mean, every German player I see in this tournament, or I was going to say a lot of players in general, but it's especially true for Hasuobs and Hero Marine. They seem to go for very similar builds in each game. We saw Hero Marine playing the exact same build many games in a row against Crank, with his command center into factory and reactor before that. And Hasuobs here, although he did play Forge first in the first game, he's playing right now just like he was playing yesterday with the gateway into Nexus, and not really mixing it up at all. I mean, it's very identical up to a certain point. He gets the 2 more gates at the same timing, he gets the Forge later on, and then from there he changes it up. In the previous game, actually, he made the Robo Bay very early on, but he never made any Colossus.
Ooh, and just about getting the hatchery down. And no, you're right. About the build orders, it's just... I remember yesterday on Star Station, for example, we were talking about whether Hero Marine might do something different due to the architecture of the map, and then we went, well, his opener just looks like it's so set in stone that he just believes this is the way forward, and that's exactly what happened. So the German players here really showing some consistency in the builds that they're using. But TLO, of course, can always throw something in for us.
Yeah, Hasuobs is such a patient player. If I was to describe him in one word, it would be patience, because he always knows when to wait, when not to fight, which fights to take. And we saw that in the first game here, when he was getting pushed by this farmhouse, he just waited, he was very patient. A lot of Protosses, they would have lost patience, maybe gone around and tried to flank from the side too early on. They would have lost their army and the game. But Hasuobs, he just waited. He went for some counterattack with some DTs and some other units with the Phoenixes, and then he engaged when he was sure he was going to take the game.
You're right. That's actually a really good illustration of Hasuobs' style. I mean, he sat there in game number 1, and he saw the army coming at him, and he looked at it, and he just calculated. He sat there and went, okay, how much time can I buy given the swarm host and the army outside my base? Oh, my hidden expansion can finish and the DTs can finish. Okay, I'm just going to chill out. I'm not going to try and do any sort of crazy flank when I don't have to. I'm just going to see how much economic damage I can get done. And he's demonstrated that that is absolutely the correct way to go. And he did, of course, a little bit of an accelerated version of that in game number 2. But I wonder if Tefel is going to recognize this at this point and change his play a little bit. He saw that Hasuobs, of course, is perfectly capable of withstanding his attacks, which means that more early game aggression might be the answer to that. The problem is, he tried to do something akin to that in that last game, and the third got sniped off and he got thrown off.
Yeah, and Hasuobs again here going for 2 Zealots, 1 Stalker, and 1 Mothership Core. What comes next? Do you remember?
A little bit of a push out across the map as well.
What about here, at this expansion?
We're going to be seeing... Wait, what?
What buildings would he make here at his expansion, at his wall? You know.
Oh, at the wall?
Yes.
Well, the problem is we're going to be seeing a Stargate in the main base for now.
Oh, wow. So he's
not actually
doing it up.
Yeah, he's not actually doing the same build.
Nice.
So the Stargate actually going to be coming down for Hasuobs here. He's... of course, he's going to eventually get round to the wall as well, but we are going to see more aggressive play coming out of him here on
I think we're going to have a 3rd Nexus here.
Oh, wow, that could be... he really is.
This is the best map, one of the best map. It was with Hohanna, but Hohanna not used anymore in Harder Swarm, not too much at least. To take a quick 3rd with a Stargates. And yeah, the answer to the question was 2 gates and a Forge. That's his usual build. He goes for the 2 gate, the Forge, and he goes for some pressure.
Yeah, for sure. If the Stargate was coming down, definitely.
Here he's trying to fake aggression, basically. He's claimed the Watchtower, and he's hoping that Tefel might overreact to this because of the aggression he did in the previous game. Hasuobs, that is, he might press forward with his Mothership Core, try to force Tefel into making units, and the actually Tefel is getting 16 Zerglings and 1 Roach right now. He's getting speed as well, so Tefel is really going into a defensive posture here. He's afraid of that big pressure from Hasuobs. And Tefel has no idea there is a third on the way. He has no overload nearby, no Zergling nearby. He's just going to attack onto those units. And we should be seeing a recall used by Hasuobs.
Yep, it immediately recalls back there. And he's going to try and make sure he can defend this incoming aggression. The Speedlings are going to be popping in now. An Oracle pops out as well from Hasuobs. The Lynx just about see that on the edge of their vision. And
no
it's going to
force
come back
field.
to defend.
You use force fields too late. When this happens, you lose your sentries, and then you're in trouble. But right now, there is only going to be a couple of links left for Tefel. Hasuobs will be able not to lose anything much. He lost one probe here.
Yeah, he used the force field actually to force field his main so that the links couldn't split up and give him a hard time multitasking, and he was willing to possibly lose a sentry or two for that. But well held at the end of the day. Number of workers killed so far, 1 in this game. And Hasuobs now going to be showing us what he wants to follow this up with. He's got a couple of cannons going down at his third base with some gateways to wall it off as well. Nice little Sim City there. And so here's the question, Todd. This switch up in the build order, of course, we do finally see the 2 gateways and the forge going down at the natural here. But is the Stargate a response to something that he's done in this series? He's going, I'm 2-0 up, now I can use the Stargate? Or, as you mentioned, is it definitely just because he's playing on Daybreak?
Yeah, a bit of both, I think. And the thing is, it's a metagame thing as well. He knows that his opponent was expecting aggression, so he went for different builds in which he's gained an economical advantage. And right now, Tefel, he realizes that he's only on 45 drones against 51 probes. He has to put pressure on, he has to do damage. Hasuobs has to be careful here, he needs to force field. If he holds well here, he's going to be very, very far ahead.
The Roach is picking off the sentries behind the wall here, and do we actually have any more forces? Yes, we do. We still have one more. Tefel could potentially go down and attack the third.
Only one pylon at this expansion. A bit of an Arthas pylon. Was it to get sniped? Those cannons will be unpowered, but right now Tefel is going for the probes. He might go for the Nexus, actually.
Yeah, he's actually attacking the cannons at the moment. He's not unpowering that pylon, which means that we actually have another warp in directly at the third base from Hasuobs. He's not going to be able to get the Nexus at this rate if Hasuobs manages. But now he turns around, he engages purely the army. The Void Ray, though, is going to be doing a lot of damage.
And the Oracle in the main is getting a lot of kills. We have Hasuobs with an Oracle in the main of Tefel on 14 kills right now.
15, 16, and he's counting. Oh, this is potentially disastrous for Tefel once again. Some harassment behind from Hasuobs is doing a tremendous job, and now we see a pylon getting taken down at the wall, but the force fields are holding strong at the moment. We don't have another force field right now, which is why we're seeing a lot of buildings get put down. Tefel streaming into the natural of Hasuobs. Can he do it?
And we have a second Void Ray on the way, but it's only halfway through. Down the Immortal will come in here. Hasuobs, he has to use probes right now. He cannot let those roaches get close to his Immortal. The Immortal will fall.
Oh, and the Immortal goes down. Hasuobs down to 60 supply versus the 82 of Tefel. He has some roaches going into the main base as well, so he's going to be splitting the attention of Hasu. The third base, yes, the Nexus is still alive, but there was 0 probes there mining, and the main base is under siege as well. Number of workers killed, 30 to 60 now in Tefel's favor. So yes, the Oracle was great coming out from Hasuobs, but he's not able to contain the damage in his base.
Tefel, with units streaming in right now, he knows he's going all in. He's lost a lot of economy, but I mean, he still has enough drones. He's up to 31 drones. Hasuobs down to 10 probes, 13 probes right now. He has 2 Void Rays on the map, but units are going to keep on streaming in, and I think ultimately he's going to lose everything. Not good enough defense here by Hasuobs to be able to win this game. Tefel takes the win in this third game.
GG.